looks at the start of day 2. It seems to be a lot more dead. Not as much excitement in here.
We're in line.
Well, yeah, we're here about an hour before it actually opens. And there's still a line that wraps around like the whole building.
A couple like 30 minutes ago.
So we'll see where this goes. So about a half hour in, and we finally got over here.
Go to the far line. The man with the hat will direct us.
So we get to go to the special line, where these guys get first dibs. So.
What do you mean by man in the hat? You mean the man in the hat, the brown hat? Yeah, I would expect.
They mean like the cat. They mean like the cat in the hat, right?
Oh, that's
sure.
I need one with
still about 45 minutes till the con opens for the second day, and our main job today is to try and get autographs from Bernie Burns and Matt.
That's gonna be hard.
Tarola. So we'll see how that goes. Stay tuned. I just like how the line's moving. It's like all.
Oh, eventually it's gonna.
It's like all like snake-like. It's like playing that snake game, that old snake game on the old phones.
God damn.
Dude, where it's like you would always have to eventually like end up curving like this to just get it to the next thing.
Just go around the screen.
Yeah.
Might not be ballsy and just messes.
It was probably the quickest the lines ever moved while we were in it. So.
Seems like that's all there is here is lines.
Welcome to a con filled with lines and more lines and some even more lines.
Enough. I can go through these lines.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we are a lot closer than I thought it would be. So this is actually
we can get Bernie.
We're actually in a pretty good spot right now. It's obviously not the front of the line, but it's not too bad. Second day, everybody's excited, and we're on our way to try and get our autographs. If I can remember where to go. Hopefully I do. I think it's this way. Yep, it's over there. Big line already. Damn it. Well, we'll see where this goes. This is the dive kick game. Yeah.
They were talking about this on the podcast.
It looks interesting, but it's like one hit kill.
Yeah, it's just a strategy of what you're gonna do.
Yeah. Kind of funny, actually.
It is. It's crazy.
Let's see Sean try and get this. At least you hold a better chance, because you don't really need combos.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
Maybe you're distracted.
I'm getting content. I don't know what you're talking about. For the Gauntlet Season 2. Different games it seems. I'm not entirely sure what they're doing, but Charlie, I'm sorry, I was letting you be in the zone.
I guess.
Now, that's pretty cool. I think they're making companion cubes by the looks of it. It's pretty nifty. And are these like things you made with this?
Everything on this table are things that we made with it.
Wow, look at all that. These are all made with this.
How do I get a hold of one of these in a pen?
That's really cool. One thing I'm noticing about day 2 is all the people over there trying to get autographs. Not so much over here. It was yesterday. Still a lot of people trying to go to the store though. So this is all the RT merchandise. Finally got through the line. Well, almost. But we'll see.
Check that out. Yeah, sorry, like fire marshal stuff, we can't, you know.
Prepare to be disappointed, Lettuce.
All right, so okay, guys, I have to start down here, so you let me start first, and you guys all join in. Yeah.
Right, get going.
All right. All right, so guys, hit X, guys. We're playing on PS3 controllers.
What is
so this might be.
I totally hit square because that's where X is normally.
I should take my gloves off. This is ridiculous.
Oh, this guy.
All right, so we are playing free for all.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Hey, listen, nerd.
Oh, give me this one. There's no way I'm disappointed. The hell is this?
Hey guys, the headphones work apparently.
Oh, do they?
Headphones.
So now we'll all be yelling.
You ready to do this, Shannon?
Calm down, Pink. It's my beard. There we go.
Dude, we look pretty good. Yeah, nice lineup of characters. We're like the new village people. Jack, are you the woman? That's a joke because you're always the woman. Holy shit. Whoa.
All right.
Oh, excuse me. Pardon me. Where'd my hat go? I wasn't.
Who's running next to me? Go in.
What's up? Shit. Excuse me. Oh, God damn it. Well,
That way.
you look foolish. Well, I'm just gonna run down. Like, explain that to that guy.
And stabby stab.
Son of a bitch!
Hit all the buttons. There we go.
Congratulations on your 1
No, so we're playing frantic mode, so you get no points for a contested kill.
Who are you guys? You guys are talking about. You just sliding the other dragons?
Who's winning?
I'm in second. I'm in fourth.
Number 2 is. Oh, so I think that would be me.
What are you doing? Hang on. Alright, here's the leg. Hey,
Am I in first place?
No, Ryan is. Oh, no! Wait, no.
Oh, no, what? I didn't get the chance to celebrate.
This guy killed by a musketeer.
I just stood in a puddle of bodies. I'm in third. I'm so proud of myself. Oh shit, Ray, we're tied. Oh well. That's okay. So Jack, we got third together. Oh shit! Jesus! I almost got fucking fork stabbed. Oh! There we go. Oh no! I'm getting the fuck out of here. I just jumped over the head. Now we wait.
How do you contest the kill? What do you do?
Oh no!
My head got stabbed! What happened over there? Well, I have a dagger in my head. Oh.
I have knife wrist.
Where's the girl? He's gonna hang on this bush. Hey, guess what? What? Wait for it. Fuck this up, yeah. I messed it up. Come back! The door closed. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh no!
What am I on?
Like this!
What did I kill? I think I killed Mike.
Ramber died. Where are all the bales of hay on this island? Where are the benches so I can hunt it? Sweet. Oh, okay, hang on. Captain, you know, fun fact, it rains every second day. Someone's just running around.
Bad choice.
Exciting at all?
All right, so audience, I'm going to use you as a distraction. You guys start making noise when I kill somebody.
Son of a I'm gonna kick your head like down. Oh, come on. Stop rolling down the hill.
I saved someone. Why not?
Oh, my guy was over there.
Why did I even bother wearing a mask? It's not hiding me at all.
All right, audience, start making noise. Make some noise.
Now it's
Make noise. It's there. It worked. It totally worked.
damn it, Jack! I'm taking a shower.
That's like my third like skill. This is from the audience. No.
Where you go, Jack? You got fire stab.
Nice mask.
60 seconds.
Shank, re-shanked.
Oh!
No!
Good night. Oh, don't want to do that.
I'm not cool.
Nobody look at me. Ignore everything you're saying. All right.
Fucking
Casually leaning against this wall.
And a star.
Ouch. Dude, I have an inverted beard on my leg.
I thought you were going to say impressive. I thought you
I'm just gonna try and hit one of the panels and see what it was about. I'll leave this one called Have I Made It on YouTube or something? Have I Been a Success or something along those lines. So we'll see what it's like in a few minutes.
Is that right?
How many people actually knew that he was on this panel?
I wasn't listed.
No, none of us were listed. Just a shame.
So it's a special surprise that you're here.
See? Look at that!
That is the first tip of how you know you're successful on YouTube, when you get listed for your own panel that you're on. Or not listed. Or not listed. Yeah. Is this like last panel's water?
I have no idea.
Really? If it's an Achievement Hunter panel, I'm not drinking after them. Nope, that's cracked. I'm not doing it.
Oh, don't go for it. We've got water glasses down here.
Here, I'm gonna.
Well, I can put out a quick tweet real quick and tell them we got seats still open. Well, that's cool. All right.
You can also retweet.
Right tweet where I called you. I will do that. I will definitely do that.
And then I'll retweet your tweet that you retweeted.
I'm going to start a new social engine. Put it on there.
What are you gonna call it?
What's that?
What are you gonna call it?
Twatter. That's got to be available.
That's the past tense.
Taken.
I like how you just had that ready to go. Just
I know, man.
You've been thinking about that for a while?
Just a bad pun. Spending too much time with Barbara.
Well, awesome. I guess we're ready to start then. All right, welcome to the Have I Made It? Defining success on the internet. Before we get started, I'll go ahead and introduce myself and then let the panelists introduce themselves. My name's Jenny Powell. I'm the producer of the Lizzie Bennett Diaries, as well as I am the producer of Geek and Sundry Vlogs. And I also work on the online conference VidCon, which is in a couple weeks.
Where's the conference at?
Anaheim, California.
Come on down.
Out of curiosity, how many of you all are familiar with VidCon in general?
How many of you are going to VidCon?
I'm going to VidCon.
Yay!
See you there.
And then, just in general, I mean, RTX started as a fan event and then moved to a convention, but how many of you go to conventions, would you say, on a regular basis, like more than once a year? Okay, cool. What's that?
You kicked me out of a bar in one.
All right, that's the guy I kicked out of the bar in the Bethesda party.
Put me in an RTAA, thanks for that.
You didn't bring me any popcorn, I noticed.
I genuinely do appreciate it.
All right, we're gonna kick you out again. All right.
I loved it so much.
Yeah, so VidCon is essentially, I mean, it's VidCon, but it essentially started as a celebration of YouTube stars, and so it's almost like the YouTube, like official, unofficial convention, basically. That thing's enormous, so we can't wait to go. I'm going there after we go to PAX Australia, so it should be a lot of fun.
Do you still live in Austin, or do you travel?
What's that?
Are you ever in Austin? Do you travel?
I hope to get back there one day.
Someday.
It's Austin. What day is it?
I guess it's me. Hey, I'm Mark Gardner. Hi. I have a show called, this is a few years back, Sell the Web Series. I'm also finishing up my term on the board of directors of the International Academy of Web Television. I am helping to program the industry track at VidCon for all the industry types, so I'll be out at VidCon as well. And most recently, just started a new channel on YouTube called Weird Girls, focusing on geek culture that has a scripted series along with vlogs, first-person videos, things like that, all focused on geek culture. That's enough, right?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Nice. So my name is Bernie Sue, so this is not going to be confusing at all. I mean, come on, two Bernies, really?
Right next to each other. Should I be between you? What are your chances?
We're good. So I am the head writer and showrunner of the Lizzie Bennett Diaries, working with Jenny Powell over there at the end. And I also am the writer-director of the series Lookbook, with the social network lookbook.nu. Both skew very female, so I don't expect most of you to know about either of these shows, but they're pretty popular to their demographics. So my trade really is, I came in as a writer for Hollywood, like a screenwriter, but I kind of moved into online video. And so now I kind of pretty much exclusively write, direct, and produce and showrun scripted web shows.
Yeah, Lizzie Bennett Diaries and SourceFed were arguably the stories of online video in 2012, like last year. Those two shows just absolutely dominated. Two new shows that just like hit the mark and didn't look back, essentially. My name is Bernie Burns, and
I know you.
In 2002, I started producing a show called Red vs. Blue in my spare bedroom in my house. And it's been running now for 10 years. It has grown into a stable of different shows, about 32 different shows. We went from one guy working one weekend in his spare bedroom in his house after hours from his day job, and now we have, as of today, I think 63 employees, not including all the guardians who help us, who for free and lend all their time. Thank you very much.
That facility has 63 employees now?
We have like a little thing next door. It's like an overflow space.
Okay.
And now we're like hitting like AC climate issues just because there's too many people over there too. Yeah.
Right.
That's where we film all of our live set productions, like the podcast and the patch.
Nice. That's successful.
So your panel, everyone. Let's jump right into it. What is success? The dictionary defines success as 1, the achievement of something desired, planned, or attempted, or 2, the gaining of fame or prosperity. Do we agree with this definition?
Can you repeat the question?
Can you use it in a sentence?
I would really like some success.
Oh, no. Let's start with that. Yes and no. I'll start off, and I'll say yes and no. I think there are aspects of that that I would agree with. I think anybody that's going into this would love to have the definition of success of, fame and fortune and all that. Sure, who wouldn't? I also think that there are other ways to gauge it, and I think that that's a very personal discussion for the creator. Some people are going to be successful and in their mind feel they're successful if they're able to consistently put out a video that they love. And that's great. If that's your definition of success, great, you are successful. I think, and I'm trying to remember who told me this. I actually think Felicia told me this once, but she got it from somebody else, so I don't want to say who's quoting who. But to paraphrase, the definition of success is the respect of people that you respect. And I kind of like that, personally. If I'm creating stuff that I love, and I'm able to talk and be with people who I respect, then to me, I'm okay. I feel good with where I'm at. So to me, that's kind of the definition that I really focus on. Am I independently wealthy off of my, no, far from it. At the same time, I do feel that I've gotten to a certain point where I feel good about the level of success I've achieved. So money, great, but I think that there's more to it, and I think it's a very personal discussion.
The definition of success is to be able to keep doing it. A successful author doesn't write one book. Well, maybe they do, but generally they don't. They keep writing. That's what makes them successful. I think my personal definition.
Well, I don't want to, before Bernie jumps in here, I agree. At some point, you got to make money so you can keep doing this, because it'd be great if I didn't have to make money and I could just make videos all day. But at some point, realistically, if we want to keep doing it, there's got to be a little bit of profit in there. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just how do you get to that point?
I think it goes even further than there's nothing wrong with it. I think you have an obligation to make money and support your productions, because if you have an audience of people who like what you do, they're taking their time and they're showing up to watch it. You have to have a plan in place to make sure that you're going to be able to continue to do that. There's nothing worse than liking something and having it go away. A big crossover for anybody who does anything online at all is the sci-fi demographic. I mean, we've all had shows that we know and love that are just canceled because the budget's too high, network executives don't get it, you know, something like that. And that's why Kickstarter's been such a big thing lately, where things have been revived and they have an audience. So making money used to be a dirty word on the internet, like even like ads and things like that. But you do have to suck it up, and you got to find a way to make a reliable business model to support your shows. Because if people are watching your shows, you have an obligation to figure out a way to keep making it. That's the way I think. And back to Jenny's question, success is always a very personal thing. You're always going to have a goal that's important for you for success. And it's, more importantly, over the course of a career, it's a moving target. It never stops. If you reach a goal, you will make a new one for yourself. And if you stop doing that, that's interesting. I haven't reached that point myself. My first goal when I first started making my first web show, which was Red vs. Blue, was I was hoping, because the developer that makes the game, Bungie, at the time, was very big about acknowledging their fans. Literally my goal was, maybe we could end up as an Easter egg in the game. That was like a pie in the sky goal. And we surpassed all of those expectations like 2 weeks in, pretty much, with recognition and all that. So, but we didn't stop. You know, we always make new goals and things that we want to work on or strive for.
What's the goal now? Personal question.
Well, after 9 years, I stepped back as CEO. So and Matt Hullum took over, and so I've really enjoyed the last year of being less of a leader and more of a cheerleader. Because we have so many people at Rooster Teeth now that make such cool stuff. Monty Ohm, Jeff with Achievement Hunter, Brandon and Chris, you know, Chris and Carrie, the whole Ruby team that's working on it. It's just like, there's so much stuff. It's just great to like keep people motivated and be inspired by the things that people are making that I didn't even know we were making in the office. It used to be like, if I wasn't heads down doing it, I felt like it wasn't getting done. And now it's great to like have that different role now, you know. And that'll be a little bit of a creative recharge time for me, and then go off and do some of the bigger projects I've been wanting to work on for a while.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Say,
Super fun.
Any hints?
You didn't tease anything?
Any hint? Listen, my background is as a feature filmmaker. First thing I made was the schedule. Red vs. Blue, I write it like a feature, we shoot it like a feature, and we chop it up into what we call episodes. But it's not. It's a feature film every year. So. But that being said, people always ask, when are we going to make the Rooster Teeth movie? So that's what I'm working on next. I'm working on Rooster Teeth, working into feature films, feature-length content. That's what I want to do next.
Great. Awesome.
Yeah.
So I think the common thread through all of these answers is that success is personal to each creator. So I want to ask each of you, what are either one or a couple of your successful moments? I'll say one of mine is, I work in an office now, which I think I haven't done in about 6 years. Hello. So yeah, I actually have a workspace to go to every day now, and a place where I can actually, you know, continually go, and it feels much more professional than rolling out of bed each morning in my pajamas and, you know, working when I want to work. So for me, success is, this is now a real full-time job that I do every day that I can call my career. That to me would be one of my success moments.
A lot of your days, like, you don't have an office, you don't have a job, as Jenny alluded to. So you're working at home, you're working at coffee shops, and you're kind of bohemian. And at first it's kind of cool. You're like, oh yeah, not tied down, I'm going wherever I want to go, wherever I want to be, make the hours I want to make. But like, that gets draining and it gets expensive, and you're not really making that much money. So just to give you a context of like, a lot of you I'm sure have jobs, and you're like, wait, that's, you know, we have jobs. But when you're trying, the thing is that you're actually getting stability to do what you love, which is a hard thing to achieve, I think. I know it was hard for me, but yeah, I just wanted to present that.
Stability comes with trade-offs. Yeah, are mics down? Maya?
Hello.
Hello.
No, it's just softer.
Oh, it's softer. Okay. It's criticism. I talked about. I guess. Yeah, stability does come with trade-offs, though. One of the things about that bohemian stage that Bernie's talking about is that you can go to coffee shops and you can work on whatever you want to and you can do whatever you want. The big downside of that is you have to do it, and you can do whatever you want, and you can get what's called paralysis of opportunity, where since you can do anything, you kind of feel like you have to do everything. You have to sometimes narrow your focus and focus your vision to get something done. For a guy that works for us who appreciates that more than anybody else is Monty Ohm. If Monty left to his own devices, he would literally work about a year on a 4-minute video, and that's what he would do. And he would love to do that because he will drill down. He'll start with a 4-minute video and he'll make every second better, and then every half of a second better, then every beat better, and then every half a beat. And he'll just do that over and over and over again until he's got like the perfect video. But you'd only see something from him once a year, essentially, and he knows that. And so he will intentionally limit himself in what he does. He talks about that a lot in behind the scenes, and I think that's an important aspect of creativity and in the creative aspects of business is that you have to have a focus, and sometimes that comes with limitations.
Paralysis of opportunity?
I love that.
Nice.
I'm so
First time I've heard that one.
Yeah.
Put that on a t-shirt.
T-shirt? That's another opportunity.
Paralyzed. No, but I'm within the limits thing. Wait, are we on that topic now?
I don't know. I've lost track.
Yeah, sure. Let's expand upon that. I mean, that's.
Well, yeah. So piggybacking on what Bernie said. So one of my favorite quotes, my favorite quote in entertainment is from Orson Welles. And he says, the great filmmaker Orson Welles, the enemy of art is the absence of limitation. So, and meaning that if you're creating an art, like you're doing a painting, you need to know the size of your canvas. Like if you're doing a mural on the wall versus an 8x11 drawing, you know what your canvas is, thus you know what your limits are. And thus you can create to those limits. Now, we in web video usually take that and turn it on its head a little bit and say like, we're gonna make all these super limits and then create to that format. So for Red vs. Blue, at first, what was it? It was what you could do in Halo.
Yeah, one canyon on one map.
Yeah, what you can do in Halo. It's basically your limit. For Elizabeth Diaries, if you check it out, the show is pretty much a one-room show. It's like a sitcom, but with one room, with one camera locked down. And so everything we had to do was to construct a narrative and story and fun and comedy to this one angle. And you guys had to do it to one map, one canyon in the beginning. So because of that, that was our starting point. And now, of course, from what I've seen, Red vs. Blue, it's like way bigger and huge and all that, which is great, but it started at that base level. And because, again, observation-wise, because it started so limited, they were able to grow it into such a big artistic opportunity.
Right. Yeah, it became a writing exercise of like, how do we make a skull funny? What do we do with this gun? We have this limited amount of props, limited amount of sets. I mean, it works the same way in improvisation. With improvisation, they don't typically put two people on a stage and just say, go. Because, I mean, if they have two people up there and you don't give them any guidelines, they really can't create anything. But if you give them a prop, give them a scenario, something like that, then it becomes an exercise in creativity.
Okay.
Awesome. So let's talk about some other successes. Like, besides your own projects, what are some projects that you feel are successful, that you really admire?
This is YouTube or online?
Online, in general.
Okay, I'm going to jump in that real quick because I have got to say, and I know I've told Bernie this before, Bernie Sue, sorry. I adore what the Lizzie Bennett Diaries did to storytelling on YouTube. I think that they took a Jane Austen novel and adapted it to a first-person vlog and did a spectacular job for it. It's not the first time there's been a story told first person. It's not the first time anybody has made something like that, but it's the first time I feel that a literary adaptation has been adapted to that model. And I think that they did a spectacular job, and I love what it's done and pushed other creators in YouTube to do. So, someone outside of my project, I love what Lizzie Bennett Diaries has done. So, good on you, Bernie.
Well, okay, I guess I should I'll send you the check.
That's crazy. That's a weird milestone. He was #1 for ever. Like 2 generations of YouTube. Yeah.
Whatever, that's like 3 years.
I know, right?
just real quick, because you mentioned Fred, and I don't mean to interrupt, but I'm kind of curious, bringing it back to the topic on the panel about being a success. We've got Fred on YouTube, who was the #1 subscribed channel on YouTube forever. He moved to TV and has dropped off the radar. Is TV considered successful? I mean, if you're online, I know a lot of people are like, oh, I want to get on a TV show. Is that successful? What do you guys think about that? I mean,
I would think that everyone in this room, if you just kind of said just like that, it's like, oh, I have an internet show that went to TV, they'd be like, oh, TV. And then TV and movies has this kind of romanticism of being this elite thing. And it's truly not true. Like, you've seen horrible movies. Like, you know, there's a Leprechaun 4. I mean, come on.
Can I just say The Last Avatar? Avatar: Last Airbender, sorry. God, that was horrible.
As a movie.
As a movie.
It was amazing.
A cartoon, brilliant. But Last Airbender,
But like,
TV still speaks their own language. They say, okay, we're gonna put your show on the air. We're gonna pay you X amount for it, and then you're done. Just make it for us forever until we decide, the contract runs out, and we get all the home video rights, and we get all this, and we get everything else. And we want all these other shows. Like, what's this thing where you guys play, the Minecraft game? We want that too. Yeah, we put all that in, and it all becomes theirs. They don't understand the complexity of the online model yet, although they're scared shitless of it too. With that, so yeah, sick of it. So, like Jenny said, that's when we got our first office. That was 2007. We got an apartment because it had everything that we wanted. It had a kitchen, it had a bathroom, and it had enough rooms to like give the 5 of us in the company a place to be.
So timeline-wise, it's 4 years after you started Red vs. Blue, or 3 years in?
Well, you finished the season 2 in 2 years, and then so about 2.25 years before I left my day job.
Okay.
Yeah. And then Jeff was like out the door as soon as like the first check from Red vs. Blue came in. He was the first one to be fully committed. So, yeah.
I'm in.
And then Matt and Joel moved back. Joel didn't move back to Austin until after season 5, until we call like the first run of the show was done, after episode 100. So that was 5.5 years in. And then Matt moved back in middle of season 2. I hired him back in the expectation of like kind of grooming him to be CEO like year 2, just so I wouldn't have to quit my day job. But that didn't work out. I had dreams of keeping both, but in the long run it didn't matter.
I mean, why? Sorry, I hijacked it. But why I wanted to hear that, because I think it's important for you guys to have context of like, this isn't just like, oh yeah, we're just gonna do it, and then bam, we quit our day jobs and we're doing full time. Like, it was a journey for you, 2.5 years, and it's still going. And I mean, yeah, I think a year and a half ago, like, I was living the bohemian life too. So it's a grind. It's certainly not easy. So yeah. we don't want to make it seem like, oh yeah, so we're having fun up here and everything, which we are. But you get what I mean.
I'm just curious, real quick, who out here has a channel on YouTube there making videos and ready to roll?
Oh, look at that!
Wow,
Nice.
that's
Nice.
awesome!
Nice.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. I was just curious.
Go, Jenny.
And so,
Very exciting.
and we can get from our perspective, we can also get mired in discussions that aren't necessarily relevant to where you are. Because I think a lot of you are probably in the place where it's like, how do I get seen and how do I get known? Is that accurate? Is that like most of you were thinking about? No, you're ahead of the game there? What's your channel?
Well, my original channel was AlexBo1, but I'm more trying to figure out how to get my success back.
How to get it back. See, that's the interesting thing, is like once you get eyeballs, like we all make narrative content. That's the other thing that separates us. We don't do a lot of talking to the camera vlog content. His stuff might look like that sometimes, but it's not. Bernie did a whole series, or had a whole series that was shot from the perspective of a Kinect, which I thought was really interesting.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
God.
I totally forgot about
Yeah.
gamer. Oh my god.
And like from I can tell you from writing episodic narrative content, narrative stuff is harder. Series stuff is even harder than that. And because people like bite size on the internet. And so one of the things you have to be prepared for is as you're doing work and you're putting your stuff out there and you're getting your channel and you're growing it, there'll be that moment, and you'll never know what it is, ever. But there'll be something that comes along where all of a sudden people discover your series or your channel, whatever. You won't know what video it is.
I live in Austin. The biggest YouTubers outside of Bernie do not live in Austin.
No.
That one.
No, everybody's in LA or well, I don't want to say everybody. I would say 95% of the creators are in LA or New York.
Or the UK.
Or the UK, yeah. It's LA, New York, London. If you don't live in LA, New York, London, getting a collaboration done is ridiculously tough. You have to-
Wait. Let's add context here. You're saying getting a collaboration done with a top YouTuber.
With a top
you can just
yeah.
collaborate. Like
That's true.
5 people in this room just raise their hand, or 10 say they raise their hands, whatever, that they produce a video a week. I'm sure they don't share audience. They don't have exactly the same audience. Those two could collab, and they would just double their audience.
You're right, absolutely.
You know, make an audience of 100, 200.
Yeah.
Versus say trying to shoot for the moon and get 1 million and have it go away in the next video.
I agree with you. Collaborate with who you're with.
And the panel just ended, and sorry guys, but my memory ran low, so I couldn't record the whole thing. But I got some good clips.